Hello, hello, and welcome back to the 3 Moon live stream, everybody. Today we're actually going to be doing a completely different schedule for the stream, just to try it out and see how it works. Good morning. We're doing a morning stream today. So normally we stream from 1 p.m. Pacific onward, or sometimes we'll do evening streams. But just we have the opportunity to be on here in the morning, so welcome. It's November 23rd, 2021. Hope you're having an awesome day so far. If you're watching live on twitch.tv/3up_moon, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for choosing to spend a little bit of your day here. And if you're watching on YouTube, consider clicking that subscribe button. Every one of my streams is uploaded there in full, and this will be part of our Triforce Hunt playlist because, yet again, we are doing a Link to the Past randomizer Triforce Hunt challenge. We did one yesterday as Bowser. We've played as Princess Zelda. We played as Sailor Moon. We played as Garfield. We played as Homer Simpson. So many different versions of different characters. And basically the randomizer randomizes the playable character, the color palettes, all the chests and the items, all the enemies. We've turned on the enemizer and also randomized enemy damage, so the amount of hits that we'll take from each enemy will be different every run. And usually the flow of the story and the flow of all the checks, like where we need to go and the order of what we check, is different every single time. And that's one of the things I really love about the Link to the Past randomizer and just randomizers in general. We also got a whole bunch of new followers on Twitter and on YouTube, so thank you so much for following. If you want to stay up to date with what I'm streaming next and when I'm streaming next, follow me on Twitter or follow me on Twitch. I want to say thank you to Alderin82, Dabe79 Gaming, Fiery Eleanor, Fickle Pickle Pie for the recent follows. Thank you to Stegosaurus McCartney for the recent resub, and to Michelle Butterfield, and to Tojiko-san for the subs. Also thank you to Midori Skies and Ridley the Monster for the follows, and to both of you for the recent Ko-fi donations. Really appreciate it. Now, we're going to be starting the game in just a moment here. Our goal is not to defeat Ganon. We don't have to worry about getting all the crystals. We just gotta have our coffee and look for Triforce pieces. Alright, welcome to the stream, everyone. You should be able to see me and to hear me. And you can see the game. Interesting. We've got cape, key, staff, and hammer. Do you think that alludes to something? Do you think that there's maybe a clue of what our character is going to be? Perhaps in that code, or perhaps in the title of the stream. The quickest we've done this, the Triforce hunt, is 2 hours, 29 minutes, and 26 seconds. Grab a cup of coffee. I got mine. Oh, look who it is. It's Gino. It's Bomberman. We got Shovel Knight, folks. Alright, we just gotta find 20 Kingdom Hearts. I mean, 20 Triforce pieces. Ooh. That's the Keyblade of this series, so we just got to start with a Master Sword? Yes, please.
Wow.
Let me know if you need less or more game audio. I can adjust it anytime very easily. Oh, we can't use our sword till we meet our uncle. We're playing standard mode, not open mode. Open mode would skip this whole opening intro. Gotta save King Mickey. It'd be cool if they just changed the sprite of Zelda to be Mickey. Excuse me. Where's the start? To be able to start off with the Master Sword and the Sword Beam like this is pretty great. So we'll try this run. We'll see how quickly we can do it. And then there's a really interesting ROM hack that I'm going to try later on. Super Mario World built from memory, or remade from memory, and it's made by a whole bunch of different people who weren't allowed to reference the original game and just had to build each level, each section remade from memory, as well as the music. The music thing really intrigues me. I just saw Dirk. It's funny to say that channel name out loud. I just saw him stream it. It's a very fantastic game, actually, I have to say. I'm gonna actually do a shout out to Dirk. Oh. I knew that was gonna happen. Just a second. But yes, we're going to be playing Super Mario World remade from memory, and it's going to be the levels as well as the music remade from memory. I'm really intrigued. I literally only saw a couple levels of it and the title screen. But we'll be doing that later. Great. Enemies do random amount of damage to us, so we know the fireballs do more than 4 hearts of damage. Yes. Got an ogre throwing bombs, guarding a chest, and rune statues. Ooh, a key. Yes, we were playing Link to the Smash, basically. If Link to the Past came out today, the Ganon boss fight would be DLC. The final fight. And the Aghanim boss fight. They'd be separate DLC. Come with me. Bombos, hell yeah. Cast Faraga! Woo! We didn't need to waste our magic there, but, you know, to each their own. We played this game as a Cheep, as a Kuko. We played it as so many different characters. It's lots of fun. Yeah, this whole streaming this early is a new thing for me, but we'll reach more people over in the Eastern Standard Time. And I'm just really waiting on news from a place I just interviewed for a job. And it's nice to keep myself a little occupied here. Whoop. Just trying to jam along. Yes. Perfect. Normally I play this with different music. But I haven't gotten that situation fully figured out yet because I've just been having some super lag when using YouTube. It's just been lagging like crazy. What if we do this? Oh, dungeon chicken. Hello. Just doing my morning exercises. So there's going to be a ton of enemies here. It's not gonna do anything. So that was one of the thieves that we can't attack. Ooh. Just go. We're fine if we just keep running. Now, we don't have anything to do with the anti-fairies, but should be able to get that key pretty quick. There we go. Shoot. The dead rock. It's not going to get affected. Okay. We've got health and 3 chests. Ooh, double medallion start here. Maybe it's like the beginning of Kingdom Hearts where you have to pick our different like stats. That's what it seems like. It's like character creation where we just happen to be getting all the different medallions super early. Okay, I'm into that. That and the Master Sword. Okay, let's just deal with that. Come on. Ah. No. Whew. Save. Good thing we had enough MP to cast Blizzaga over there. Freeze everyone. Oh. Damn you. One of my favorite things to do is pick up the frozen enemies. Nice. And the rats drop full magic, which all the enemy drops are randomized. The items in pots and stuff like that aren't randomized. Ooh, come on. Yes. Roops. 50 roops. No bombs. I'm just going to, just because I'm the only one home, I'm going to just leave the door open for the cat, so just 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Also, if anyone's just new to the channel or just joining in the last little bit, we've got sound effects. There's 64 sound effects. If you use Command SFX or Command SFX2, you can see the whole command list. And mess around with them. We've also got brand new emotes, follower emotes, and a ton of tier 1 emotes, including our animated emotes, which you can check out. There's a whole bunch of them. So here's our tier 1 emotes. I'm just using my partner's account just to show it there. And then we've got follower emotes as well. The strawberry from Celeste, the Game Boy, the gray brick Game Boy from The Binding of Isaac Rebirth, and the Upside Down Muncher from Mario Bros. 3. That sprite is only seen when the Munchers jump up. When you jump over them and they jump. When they're coming down, they like flip and come down head first. We also have a brand new one, that Snorlax that I dropped up there as well. And our animated emotes. So feel free to have some fun with it. And you know what? A couple weeks ago we were at 600 followers. We're already at 640. Thank you so much for those that have been sharing the channel, that have been hosting and rating the channel recently, and just everyone for tuning in on the regular. It means a lot. You can always watch every single one of my streams in full on my YouTube channel, and just for those that are able to catch live, or able to catch it live, I just really appreciate it. Yeah, so we don't have... We just have the Master Sword and the 2 medallions. Definitely gonna use this. I like the color palettes here. It just feels like the original game, but desaturated. Hydration break. Of course I'm having another sip of coffee. Yeah, I've definitely been bit by the Zelda bug, for sure. I've just been wanting to play a ton of Link to the Past Randomizer. It's just such a fun game, and it's such a unique way to experience it every time. I don't know if we're going to be able to sneak by here. If I get bombs... Oop. Come on. Well, that's just not fair. Let me make sure this emulator doesn't do this today. I was just getting a little bit of lag. It makes no sense. Right now we're trying to basically get a streaming PC for the first time. I've only got a MacBook Pro, like a laptop. It's several years old, so there's a lot of like weird emulator lag stuff, and just a lot of stuff that in general I can't do with OBS, known bugs with the modern Mac operating system. And there's a lot of things, issues with bitrate and things like that, like a lot of CPU stuff that I gotta handle. So right now I'm actually, our goal on Ko-fi, I'm actually just trying to save a bunch of money to get a streaming PC, which will open up a lot of possibility of interactivity and co-op content, as well as live drumming streams. Once we get to a streaming PC, I'll be able to do some of my live drumming streams. And if you're new to the channel, I'm a session drummer. I've done recorded and live session stuff, but mostly live stuff. And I love to improv. I play all sorts of different styles. But one of my favorite styles to play is funk, jazz, and like soul-inspired R&B. Hip-hop, super big fan. I also drum in a band called Miles Sky Club, and there's an album that we have that's available on all streaming platforms called Flight 960, and I do the drumming on all of that. So I'd like to kind of introduce a little bit of the drumming aspect to the stream and do some basically some streaming where I jam live with my favorite video game composers, so to speak. I'll create a medley of my favorite video game songs and then drum along to them. My favorite boss battles, my favorite water themes, my favorite dungeon themes, and so forth. It looks like there's like a weird lag happening. I'm just trying to figure out what could fix that. If the video is not looking great, just let me know. I can just visually see it. I'm watching it on another device at the moment. But yes, that's my point. That we get a lot of these little like weird hiccups and stuff with bitrate that happen every once in a while. And if you go to the Ko-fi link, all of the coffee donations through Ko-fi are going towards that goal. So we're 8% there, which is nice. I really appreciate those that have been donating recently. Thank you to Ridley the Monster and Midori Skies. And Kara and Regan as well. Okay, cool. It is naturally an Eastern Palace. So all the pendants and stuff are normally shuffled. Ooh, we don't have a bomb though. Damn. Okay. We have to come back with bombs. Maybe an enemy will drop one, because it is, you know, every single refillable item. Bombs, arrows, rupees, hearts, that's all shuffled around in the enemy drops. So it is possible that we come across a situation like that. Come on. Oop. Yeah, I can't wait to do some of these drumming streams, and also just to do some more co-ops. I also can't wait for the ROM hack we're going to check out later today. Super Mario World remade from memory, the music and the levels, made by a whole bunch of different people. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now we don't have the lantern. We're actually going in here pretty blind. Just wondering if maybe we can run into some bombs. You know, to be honest, this is kind of a silly way to do this. Hold on a second. We can check Kakariko very quickly here. Like, extremely quickly. We have 394 rupees, so we're going to be totally fine. Oh, ha ha ha. That's funny. That was an alarm. As you can tell, or maybe you can tell, this is when I normally get up. Oh. So the only way to really do this and progress is just, yeah, go to Kakariko, use some of our rupees, 50 rupees to buy 10 bombs. Might as well just do it that way. Ugh, what's going on here? We might as well check this item as well while we're here. Sora commits arson. It looks like it's going okay. There's some weird fluctuations going on with the stream right now, and I'm just trying to figure out what they all are. Well, that fish will always be there. Always be there. Just gonna take a look and see what our item is here on the ledge. Lumberjack item. Now I'm just doing this for fun and just casually, running through it, which is why I'm using save states. And I'm not like seriously like timing myself. But I did participate in a race on Sunday, and it was a lot of fun with Midori Skies and Ridley the Wizard and Draco West. We played this game as Final Fantasy I Black Mage, or a Wizrobe, because they basically look the same. Excuse me. Yes, please. A bottle with a fairy in it. A bottle with a fairy in it. A bottle with a fairy in it. Yes. Good pull items. Tweedledee. Forest fish, come with me. The color palette here always reminded me of something like Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind, like that poison forest. But the original game itself, the Lost Woods and the poison like insect forest from Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind, fantastic manga and film. There's a lot of similarities. If you haven't read that manga or seen that film, highly recommend it. It's pretty fantastic. No! It's not going to let us bring the forest fish, will it? Okay, we'll have to do this another way. We don't really need the fish, but it'll give us bombs. Like a ton of bombs. Okay, we did all those checks. In Lost Woods, at least. We have one bomb. That's all we need for this. We also have a bottle, which is perfect. So I think we can do every single check here in Kakariko very easily. In Traverse Town, I mean Kakariko. Rupees. Ice Rod. Okay, we're looking for 2 more. At least we have a different weapon here. I don't think the Ice Rod is really useful for anything. I mean, it's a cool... Hold on. Let me back up. It's a cool weapon. I think it's a cool weapon. I think that what you can do to enemies with it is pretty fun and satisfying because you can freeze anything, and like you saw earlier, like pick up a frozen rat and huck it at another frozen rat. I mean, how many games will you do that on the Super Nintendo? Probably not too many. But I know it's useful for Trinex. Well, it's necessary for Trinex. I don't think it's necessary for progression at any point in the game. It's just fun to use. Whereas the Fire Rod seems to have a lot of situations like opening up the final section of Skull Woods, or doing those like intricate Red Cane Fire Rod puzzles in Turtle Rock, not Ganon's Tower, Turtle Rock. Cool, we got a shield. If we've got a Keyblade, is it a lock shield? That's not funny. That's not funny at all. I just unsubscribed from myself. Blue tunic. Now you have blue pantaloons. And nice. It's a great way to start. Early mirror, early arrow. Yes, please. Do need more bombs. I'm gonna go straight to the shop. Oh wait, we need a bomb to access the shop. Damn. Eat grass. Not even one bomb. It's definitely possible for a bomb to be like a bomb drop to show up there, but Let's see what this item is. Maybe it's bombs. We've had some really good pull items so far. Still a good pull item. I don't know what to do here. I guess we can farm for bombs somewhere. This definitely gives us bombs, but we need... we need Pegasus boots. I think we have to just keep going back and forth to farm here, because the Octoroks drop bombs. There we go. Yeah, we got a bomb from an Octorok earlier, so. Also, I see that Surfins is hanging out. There's a shout out for Los there. Recently playing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. I'm really excited about our Pokemon Emerald randomizer playthrough right now. I just love the 3rd gen, and it's just awesome to revisit it. And I am currently playing Pokemon Sweet, doing a co-op Nuzlocke with Rathe V. Marie, and we're going to do a shout out to Rathe as well. Recently rocking some Pikmin 2, and we usually do that every single Wednesday, and we've just been putting it off for a little bit because we've both had some different things that we're focusing on, and I'm stoked to dive back into doing it regularly. We're playing Pokemon Sweet, which is a ROM hack of Pokemon Fire Red. And it's really cool. It's got all new typings as flavorings, like strawberry, raspberry, blueberry, chocolate. All the Pokemon are Poke Sweets. They're based off of candy apples, cakes, all sorts of cool stuff. we might not have to spend the money. I really like the design of it. We're just about to take on the Vermilion City equivalent, so the third gym. And yeah, you can go to my YouTube channel and watch all those episodes, the previous episodes. I also went through Pokemon Emerald and did a Nuzlocke co-op with Rathe as well, and that full playlist is there. We got to almost the 7th gym. That's the furthest either of us have gotten in Emerald on the stream. But we are playing, or we are planning on playing Pokemon Platinum once we finish this run of Pokemon Sweet. Rathe's never played Platinum or Diamond or Pearl, so it's going to be like a first playthrough for Rathe, and I'm going to be revisiting it, revisiting the original, which I'm really stoked for. It's a great gen. There's a lot of really cool, I like the gym leader designs, a lot of really cool Pokemon in it, and I think the Gen 4 did some really cool things for Gen 1 Pokemon. I like all the evolutions and connections to the first generation. Ooh, looks like also Toya is hanging out. Toya Hachijo, if you are not following, please go give them a follow. Okay. Of course we're going to take these rupees. There we go. We got the bombs, and thankfully we did not have to spend money on it, which is great. Or spend any rupees. The hunt for more Triforce treasure, exactly. I like that that emote. K-Broman, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well.
Good luck!
Let's do a shout out. If you're not following K-Broman, please go give them a follow. Really great channel.
Sorry.
A lot of really cool stuff that I've seen there, and actually it's inspired me a couple of times to try out some really interesting hard mode challenges, including the Super Mario Bros. 1 on NES Pacifist Challenge. That's still something I've been attempting, and it's all because K-Broman was attempting it on stream, and it's a tough challenge. You have to beat the game without hitting any enemies. Still, the farthest that I can go is like our record was 3-3, now it's 3-4, so it's not that easy to do. Yeah, 3-4 hype, yeah, exactly. But it's 4-1 I couldn't get past. Oh, thank you for the hydrate as well. Okay, so we cleared that. I'm glad we found a fish in town here so we didn't have to spend that money. And then, ooh, Book of Medora instead of the bottle. Nice. So we don't have the gloves yet, but we can at least get into the Desert Palace. This is a good start. We do have a bottle, so let's head over here. Talk to the sick kid and get. Yes! First Triforce piece. So we're looking just for 20. We don't have to do all the dungeons. We did this yesterday as Bowser and as the Super Bomb. And on Sundays at 4 p.m. Pacific, there's usually a race being held hosted by Draco West. And I'm going to be joining this Sunday as well. It was a lot of fun. There's sometimes enemies in this house. Nope. Look at all those chickens. No! You gotta get away! Saved your life. Yes. It's a nice thing to find in Kakariko, because we can just activate it right now. Not the chickens! Sora learned Fly. Now we can cast Blizzaga because we have the Ice Rod. And we have the Bombos. And is that Ether? That's Ether Medallion, right? Yeah, not the Quake. What else? What else? What else? We already did Lost Woods. I think that might be everything in. We only have one bottle, right? Yeah. Everything in Kakariko, that's fine. Let's just go south. Ooh, gotta come back here with the boots. Is it worth it? Whew. Yep. I'll take that Moon Pearl. Like I said, we've got brand new emotes, and we actually have a couple more emote slots. A Moon Pearl could be a cool emote, I would say. Enemies can spawn underneath these things, so... Ugh, I knew it. Gotta be tough. Watch out, because it's really, really tough. Oh, over-emotional robot. Yeah, the Muncher. Thank you. And welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Happy Tuesday. Whoa! Can we do it? Yes, we can. I'll take that trash, please. So yeah, if you've seen any of the other runs that I've done, or if you've watched them, or if you're watching this on YouTube right now, you'll notice just again how different this is. It's such a different flow, and there's so many different options with the Link to the Past randomizer. They do festive seeds, which is something I really enjoy. I'm a big fan of the like Halloween and April Fool's seeds that they've released, and also some they did an advent calendar one, which I thought was really cool for Christmas, where you could input like a certain whatever date it was, and then you could do a little bit of the quest. Really interesting ideas. And because there's a really dedicated community who work on the randomizer, it's I would say that it's easily the most accessible randomizer to try first, next to a Mario one. If you'd like to try the Triforce hunt sometime, yeah. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it if you haven't tried the randomizer before. It's a great like first stepping stone into it. And if you want to take place, I don't know if you're Pacific Standard Time, but if you want to join in on the Zelda races, they're pretty open. Anyone can join. The race that I did on this past Sunday, basically everyone starts at 4, and like the countdown starts at 4, and then 4:15 is when everyone presses the start button basically together. But it's a good community of folks. Have been doing it for a couple of years now, 3 years actually. And every single Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific, there's a race that goes on. It's always a Triforce hunt, and it's always got random settings and stuff. I'm going to be participating this Sunday. Even though I came this past Sunday, but it wasn't about that. It was actually the first time I also, because it's just very fun. And it's also the first time I ever timed myself. And it was 2 hours and 26 minutes, 29 seconds. Real hype cave. Ooh, got those light arrows. Okay. Or silver arrows. That's some decent stuff. Not great on the Triforce piece front at the moment, but that's okay. 1/10 of the way there. Ooh, it's a secret to everyone. Oh. I also love to randomize as much as I can when I mess around with the randomizer. As much as I can, you know, keeping it playable. Like, I don't think I've ever tried a key sanity mode before. When we enter dungeons, I mean, dungeons aren't super crucial in this mode, so it doesn't really matter, but you can turn on key sanity, and when we enter dungeons, you'll notice that the way we normally play, there are keys, a compass, a map for the dungeon you're in, randomized within that dungeon. So you're always going to see like the compass and the map for the Swamp Palace in the Swamp Palace. You won't see them ever anywhere else. But Key Sanity mode, which exists in every Zelda randomizer, will shuffle all the maps, all the compasses, all the keys across everything. So like we could go into a cave and find one key for Skull Woods, and then go into Skull Woods and find 3 different maps for 3 different dungeons. And I'm just not... You gotta keep track of so much in that world. So I'm just not ready for it. Oh, come on. There we go. I'm not ready to try it out yet. One day. We also tried the Minish Cap randomizer recently, and that was a lot of fun. I was initially like thinking it was going to be very, very tough in terms of like the chaos of the enemies and the amount of things that are randomized, but no, the way that it's structured is actually pretty accessible if you've just played Minish Cap or you know the game well. Nice. I'll take it. We don't have the net, so we can't catch another fairy. But we can quickly save and quit. And then take a look at our map and see what we can do here. Again, not having gloves stops us from exploring the Dark World, even though we have the Moon Pearl and the Mirror. Okay. We just did Hype Cave and all of this. We haven't done this section. Draining the water or the desert checks. Did we do the desert check? I don't think we did. Let's do the desert check. We did Lost Woods. We checked the Lumberjack item, which we know is a Triforce piece. And we also did most of the Kakariko checks, except for the ones that require the gold gloves, which is finding the frog in the Dark World and then returning him to his blacksmith friend in the Light World. And also, then once you do that, the purple chest appears in the blacksmith's house in the Dark World. And then you can take that and bring it to the desert chest specialist right here. So there's a couple of like mini quests, but we need the golden gloves to be able to open that to begin with. We do have the Moon Pearl, and we have the ability to like remain in our human form and not be Bunny Link or our Dark World form, which can't interact with anything. So we do have that, so that's a nice upper hand. We don't have any light source at the moment. So yeah, south is really the only place we can go. was close. Of course, I wasn't even looking. Sorry, I just got a text from family. Oh, you can't freeze them. Okay. You can also randomize your playable character like this in the randomizer, but you can also create your own sprites. So if you have a character and you wanted to throw them into the game, you can do that. Was it worth taking the damage? Yes. Back up. Here we go. Release the rice wine vinegar into the universe. Piece of heart, that's okay. You just need 2 more. With the enemizer turned on, which we do have on, and the random enemy damage. Yes, there's our 3rd one. The random enemy damage, you do want as many hearts as possible because, you know, a super weak enemy like a Choo-Choo can do more than 6 damage to us. Every time I get the 3rd Triforce piece, I always consider that like a 3-up moment. If you're able to drop the emote in, this is a perfect time for it if you have the 3-up emote. And normally, you know, a 3-up moment is reserved for when you pick up 3 lives, but when we're doing the Triforce hunt, I usually just drop the emotes as soon as we get the 3rd one. There's lots of games too that have a single item that will give you exactly 3-up, whether it's in a bonus game or within the actual game if it's like a main collectible. For example, there's a bonus game in Super Mario Land 2 on the Game Boy, which has a 3-up mushroom. It's basically just a 1-up, but with a 3 on its forehead. There's a 3-up bonus egg in a bonus game of Yoshi's Island on the Super Nintendo. And then there's also the 3-up balloon, for example, in Donkey Kong Country games. It's blue, and it counts for 3 lives. Green is 2-up, and red is 1-up. So now we're in the cotton candy desert. I like this. Excuse me, I ordered the cotton candy dessert. Oh, shoot. I thought you said you wanted to take it to the cotton candy desert. My bad. Well, there's nothing we can do now. Hookshot. Nice. That's a good find. That is a good find. Thankfully that doesn't work. We do have the Book of Medora. We might as well just do it. Just because we're here. Oh my god, look at Sora's weird squished face. Which is clearly just the same face of Link's. That's funny. His face gets just like super wide all of a sudden when he plays music. Well, that's a wide-faced Sora, the famous singer. At first you thought this was the Satellaview Zelda. Ooh, yeah, with some of the colors and stuff. And the character. You know what? I've never played it, but I know that only very recently has it been made possible to play outside of the Satellaview, which is really cool. But I've seen screenshots of it, and I'd like to play it. I think it'd be really fun. I think I've seen a few people, friends of the channel that are streamers, mess around with it. Has anyone in the chat ever played that, or did they grow up with the Satellaview at all? I know not a lot of people probably had access to it. We won't be able to progress too far, I think, in this dungeon, but... Oh, you. There we go. You played it way after the fact, yeah. Yeah, apparently it's a lot easier to run now. What am I trying to do? Hit these things with light arrows. It's a challenge. Ugh. All right. No key yet. Like, key sanity is just a totally different experience, because imagine if you have to do a lot of like backtracking in and out of dungeons, right? Because if you can't find a key here, then you can't progress. Yes. I always forget that's a trap room. Kind of pointless to go in there, but you know, the trap works on me every time. Compass. That's okay. We do have the blue tunic on, which materializes as puffy pantaloons on Sora for some reason. We don't have the Pegasus boots. We probably need that key. Some cash is in the height cave. Cool. Thanks for nothing. Nope, that was dumb. I always end up doing this and then checking if I have the big key. It's stupid. This is the big key. I always have to remember that. I should check before I go in that room. Damn you. Same thing. Alright. don't need it. Just fairies. And we also don't need the bombs, do we? Yeah. What a waste. What a waste. Because we don't have gloves, right? So we can't lift anything. Can't progress in the dungeon. So let's sure, let's use fly. The whole randomized aspect is pretty cool. Yeah, it really freshens it up. It's one of my favorite things to do with a retro game is randomize it. We've done a ton of really interesting ones, like Adventure Island 2 randomized. The first run I ever did on the channel is Earthbound, and we tried a mode called an Ancient Cave mode, which is an entrance randomizer. So every door that we went into or cave entrance we went into warped us somewhere completely different. And someone just recently made a hack like that for Pokemon Emerald on GBA. You played a Resident Evil randomizer. Oh, nice, for the original PS1 game. It was very interesting. I've seen some people play some 3D ones, like I haven't played Ocarina of Time or anything, but I've done Super Mario 64 randomizer, which shuffles all the star locations. But I've never actually played the original Resident Evil. I have Resident Evil 4 on the GameCube and Resident Evil 0 on the GameCube. Those are the only two that I've played. But I imagine a game like that, would it randomize like enemies as well as items and health and stuff like that? Because that would be really interesting. Yeah, we never did this. I know there's the big list of game randomizers, which is just like a wiki list online. And there's a ton of games that you can randomize on that list that are really, really intriguing. Ooh, ooh. Nice. Heck yeah. Alright, we're a quarter of the way there. It did randomize enemies, made it very hard. Nice. Sounds super fun. Recently discovered Resident Evil Gaiden, because we have a series called the Retro Roulette, where I have curated lists of retro games attached to roulette wheels, and you can spin the wheel at any time, and whatever game we get, I have to play. And one of them for our spooky horror and Halloween themed retro roulette, which we play all throughout the year, not just in October, was Resident Evil Gaiden, and it was a top-down sort of isometric survival horror RPG. It felt a little more like an RPG. The random battles reminded me of both the shooting mechanic in the original Mario Golf 64, like the putting mechanic, and Undertale. It's really, really interesting. The music's great, the atmosphere was great in it, and it all takes place on a cruise ship. It's a zombie story on a cruise ship. I highly, highly recommend it if you haven't checked it out and you're a fan of Resident Evil on the Game Boy Color, if you can get a hold of it or get a copy of it. It was really, really intriguing. You also watch someone play a Dragon Quest randomizer. Now that's a wild one, because you can actually randomize the entire world map, and it will give you a brand new, fresh world map with new town locations and everything. And I've watched people do Dragon Quest randomizers, and often they'll have another screen with a camera above, like grid paper. And as they're playing, without taking their eyes off the screen, as they're walking around and exploring the overworld, you will see them tracing and live building and drawing a map, and it is wild. It is one of the most interesting things to watch, because there are people who speedrun this as well, and they race each other. It'll be like 4 or 5 people, and it's really up to like your own navigational skills and your own map making skills to, like, you can give yourself an upper hand if you're really good at that. It's pretty wild. The ones I've seen before are all is it NES Cardinal or Cardinal NES or something like that? Their icon is a Dragon Warrior graphic, and it's just an awesome. They're an awesome streamer. They also run tournaments and stuff. It's just an awesome process to watch. But you gotta be like real when you start to randomize RPGs. There's just so many variables that come into play. I mean, there's randomizers for Chrono Trigger. There's randomizers for Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy V, that kind of thing. It can be intimidating, but remember that all randomizers have tons of settings that you can go in and tweak based on your own skill set, right, and skill level. You might have to deal with some dark rooms here. Can't freeze the jump. I knew it. Can't freeze the chomps. You can't freeze the chomps. Can't freeze the chomps. You can't freeze the chomps. Holy shit. Get out of here. Bye-bye. Oh, yes. Thank you. There's 3 pots here. Multiple pots. We lost so much damage there. And magic seems to be the most common drop so far. Alright. Yes. Need that sword beam. Good. Useful, useful. Sora's got to be collecting these big keys to forge keyblades. Armor is in Kakariko. Well, yep, we've already checked. Yep, we got it. We already got our blue pantaloons. We're good. Oh, we still took the damage. That's okay. Because we're falling down here. We're gonna have to do this blind, folks. Which is not gonna be good, but hopefully we'll be able to destroy all these enemies with one of the medallions, perhaps. Let's go for it. Dark room's blind. Not fun. Especially because we're using the enemy randomizer. So there's a bunch of enemies we can't see in here. Now we can. And they do a ton of damage to us. We have no way of knowing how much damage. Yes! Got it! Don't get hit. There we go. I don't like doing these blind, but we did it. Yes. Did we open it? There we go. Phew. Yeah. Might as well just use the MP we have. Because magic, like I said, is the most common drop. It's kind of nice. I've never really had a seed where that was the case, where we're constantly finding full magic from enemies. It's nice. Number 6. When we played as Bowser yesterday, our first item was magic powder for a while. That's like all we had with the sword. And then when we played as the Cheep Cheep, the first item we got was bombs and then the flippers. So that worked out really well. Okay, this is going to be a tough one for the same reason, because there's like 8 enemies in here. Oh, of course 3 of them are fire bars. We don't have any light source, so we can't light this room up. Oof. It's going to be tricky. One of these has a key. Got it. Got the key. Oh, I see. Nope. Oh. Yes. Oh, we don't have the key. Oh, we didn't get it. We didn't even pick it up this time. Where's the goddamn key? It's the worst. Not a fan of tech tights. Way too much damage. Okay, so one of those does 4.5 hearts of damage. Let's try this again. I'm gonna do a quick coffee break in just a second. What? Come on. This is pretty rough. Yes. Nope. No. Yes. Yes. No. Go through the door. Go through the door. Oh my. Can you do it? Okay. Yeah, the idea of a Resident Evil randomizer is really cool. Ooh. Got a rat problem? Call an archer. Ooh. Rats and snakes. Rats, bats, and snakes. Let's go. Boss fight. I don't think that we could beat this because we don't have the fire rod yet. Hopefully this does something. Bombos can take care of some of the ice enemies, so... Yes, it does. It's a random amount of hits for each boss, by the way. Ooh. Huh? Come on. No. How? Please don't die. Yes. Yep. Oh. Sound like a sound effect from Donkey Kong Country. Ugh. 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 No. We're so close. So many save states required. That is wild. Oh. So because we actually got the green...
there goes the battle!
Because we actually got the green pendant, we can trade it for something here. Like in the
Excuse me while I put on my sunglasses.
Yes, number 7. All right. All right. I'm gonna just take a short break. I'll be right back. So stick around. Just gonna make some coffee, eat something, and then we'll continue with the Triforce on here. Thanks again, everyone that's been hanging out. Thank you to Alderin82 and Dave79 Gaming and Fiery Eleanor for the recent follows. Okay, thank you so much for your patience, folks. Just had to attend to some household stuff. I'm like the only one home during the day now, so I just wanted to make sure with the cat and everything that things are good. So just a second, then we'll dive back into the run. I've got a fresh coffee. You should be able to see me. I'm back. I've returned. This Thanksgiving, I stream again like I do every day. Okay, let's take a look at what we have already explored. This is the best way to do it, is just to kind of break it down, compartmentalize everything. So we've done the entire escape sequence in the bottom of Hyrule Castle. We have the Master Sword, so we can do the upper section, but we will be doing the Dark Rooms blind, which are a little tough. Not as tough as the Dark Rooms in Eastern Palace, though. We don't have flippers, so we can't do any of these checks. We have more than enough money to go to Zora, but it makes sense to go when we have flippers. We don't have the mushroom, so we can't get this item. We don't have any of the gloves, so we don't have access to Death Mountain this way, but we do have the Ocarina, so we can easily warp to Death Mountain. Eddie Forte, what? Did you complete Legend of the Mystical Ninja 2? Welcome, Raiders. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the raid. Thanks for sharing your community over here. I just got back from a break, so perfect timing. Love those emotes. Welcome, Adorama. Can we get a shout out for Eddie Forte? Welcome, Wex87. Hope you're doing well. Everybody, welcome to the stream. Happy Tuesday. My name's Matt, otherwise known as 3 at Moon here. Every single day I stream from 1 p.m. Pacific onward, and basically I always do retro games. I do a series called Retro Roulette, where I can spin the wheel, you can spin the wheel, and whatever game we get, I have to play. But today we're doing a randomizer run of Link to the Past. We're actually playing as a randomized character, which happens to be Sora. And yeah, it's a super fun mode to take on. We've randomized all the enemies. We've randomized the enemy damage. So an enemy like a Choo-Choo can do like 7.5 hearts of damage. We've randomized all the chests, and within all the chests, instead of having to defeat all the dungeons and defeat Ganon, within all the chests is 20 Triforce pieces. And on my YouTube channel, I've got a full playlist of all my Triforce Hunt runs. This past Sunday, I took part in a race. There's a bunch of people doing a casual race. But I haven't done the Retro Roulette stream in a bit. We will be kicking that series back up, but it's a lot of fun. And that's what I mainly play. I also do a ton of randomizers of Mario games. Super Mario 64. I'm currently running a Pokemon Emerald co-op. No, sorry, a Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke. And then I'm doing a co-op of another Pokemon ROM hack with my buddy Rafe every Wednesday. Kyrie181, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Nice. Congratulations on beating Mystical Ninja 2. It looked like a really tough final boss fight. I was hanging out there a little earlier. Zombie, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. And yeah, thank you to those who are hanging out. If you're going to stick around for a little bit, go ahead and click on my profile or remove the refer raid tag in the URL, and then that way it'll count as a view. And I don't normally stream this early, but today I had the time, so I figured I'd give it a shot. So what I was doing just before the raid was just looking over the map to see like what we can do. We've done all the Lost Woods checks. We've done all the Kakariko checks, minus the ones we having to go back and forth to the Dark World, because right now we don't have access to any of the Dark World portals, like the one here in the Lost Woods, the one here, because we don't have the hammer or the gloves. We just beat Eastern Pass, and we don't have the lantern, so we did all blind into the dark rooms. And then we just got an item from Sahasrara. We're just looking for 20 Triforce pieces, so we don't have to necessarily go into every dungeon, but I'm really just looking for the Ocarina, so once we get to Dark World we can do the Grove check here. But we don't... well, I think we do have access to... Bokamandora gets us into Desert Palace, but we can't get... Without the gloves, we can't get to the boss. We've done all this. We've done the check here, where we drain the water. We've also done the checks of High Cave and the Asrad Cavern. And just before the raid I was saying we don't have the mushroom, we can't do this. We don't have flippers, despite having more than enough money to get scammed by Zora in Zora's domain. We don't have the flipper. Know that also our item here at the Lumberjack House is a Triforce piece. It's a few things we know. We got the Master Sword right away. And we got 2 medallions right away, the Bombos medallion and the Ether medallion. So we do have a little bit of power. I guess the best thing to do, because we have the Ocarina, is to warp to Death Mountain. So yes, we're playing as Sora. We have the blue tunic, or the blue pants. And we got the Ocarina. We just got the Moon Pearl and the mirror as well, up to where we could go. And cleared Eastern. And we have light arrows. But what we're going to do here is just quickly warp. We played this yesterday as Bowser and as the Super Bomb. I played this game as Garfield. I've seen Itorama play it as Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life, and you can even upload your own custom sprites, which is really cool. Zombie, thank you for dropping that link in there too. And yeah, Eddie, that fight looked super difficult. I thought that like Star Fox 64 was a difficult game for me growing up. I can't imagine playing that one growing up and actually succeeding in the boss fight. I never really grew up with playing those games, like Mystical Ninja games. And you said you're going to be playing Zero on the PS2. Cool. Got some nice coffee going. I'm just trying to think where we can go. There's a few spots. There's a few spots we can go, but I guess we'll just do this for now. You have to be careful. Oh. Now, the old man is here. But it doesn't count as a spawn until we actually go save him. On the left, oh yes, you know what? We do have the hook shot. We do have the hook shot. So we can get some exploration done. That's not good. Mystical Ninja 0 is interesting so far. Nice. Feels more like Zelda. Combat's a bit stiff, but you hope it gets better. Nice. Interesting. Well, who developed that game? Is it Konami? They made the Mystical Ninja games? Yeah, okay, so there's definitely some caves we can explore here for the first time. After we play this, I'm also going to be playing a really interesting Super Mario World ROM hack I just discovered before I started streaming today, which is called Super Mario World Remade from Memory. And I love this concept. I love the idea of people remaking things from memory, like redrawing all the Pokemon just from memory without looking up any references. And it's pretty hilarious to see like what people come up with. I think that would be a really fun one to do. If I ever did an art stream, I think that would be it. be really funny. It'd be a very long stream, but the idea is it's Super Mario World remade from memory. It's a ton of people that got together on Super Mario World Central and made each section of the game, but remade it from just how they remember it, so things are slightly off. And then the music itself is also remade from memory, so the music is also slightly off. You're like, wait, this isn't exactly how the music goes. It's really interesting, and I'm excited to dive into it. It is just a vanilla game, but is it? At least that's, remember it. It's going to be really fun. It is Konami that did the Mystical Ninja games, yeah. Because we were playing Konami Crazy Racers. We were kind of honoring the fact that the Game Boy Advance hit 20 years. It hit its 20th anniversary a while back, in September. And funny enough, today is actually, I think, the 20th anniversary of the release of the GameCube. I believe the GameCube was released today, 20 years ago. That's a console that I spent a lot of time playing. Super Smash Bros. Melee, Super Mario Sunshine, Luigi's Mansion, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, Wind Waker. Ton of time playing the games. But Konami Crazy Racers, we were doing a GBA launch title stream, so we played like Super Mario Advance, which was one that I grew up with. It's actually the version of Mario 2 that I played the most. We've got lots of sound effects, by the way, if you want to mess around with them. Just buying a note and doing what you already do, you're going to earn sound stones. And here's some sounds from Super Mario Advance. But Konami Crazy Racers is actually ultra fun, like Eddie's saying here. It's a launch title. It came out for Mario Super Circuit, and you can play, you can race it as Dracula, you can race as...
This is as far as you know!
Goemon, I think, from Mystical Ninja. You can race as the Moai statue. From,
I'll remember this!
From Parodius. Is it Gray Fox from Metal Gear series? Really cool characters, really great music, and I really like the, I have to say that the tracks are really well designed, because I've played a bunch of Super Mario Kart ROM hacks on Steam, a ton of Mario Kart Super Circuit, and I really enjoy it, but the levels are just kind of a little worn up, in my opinion. Okay. But yeah, being the anniversary, what is your favorite GameCube game? Or like I listed earlier, ooh, number 8. Like I listed earlier, those are some of the games that I grew up with on GameCube. Also Star Fox Adventures. Yes, we got our gloves, that's perfect. Feel free to leave your favorite GameCube games in the chat. Or in the comments if you're watching after the fact on YouTube. Also, we have a bunch of new follower emotes and tier 1 emotes, as well as animated emotes for join the channel. Whoa. That's not good. Let's try this again. Big magic is such a common drop here. Got our second bottle. The fire sword, or tempered sword, or the bacon sword, whatever you want to call it. We're now level 3, that's awesome. Next level is the butter sword, ooh, and it's right there, look at that. We would have got the 3 and 4 swords, whatever order we opened those chests, but damn. Okay, we got the best sword in the game now. We got the master sword right away, so it makes sense. I spent a lot of time with the N64 wrestling games making the most ridiculous characters, but I used to go to my friend's house after school, specifically that. Mega Man X8. Day of Reckoning. Never heard of it. You never got into such a mention, although you have beat it. Nice. On stream. Did you enjoy it? Like going through it? Ooh, we got a little bit of a delay for some reason. I'm not sure why. I played Luigi's Mansion one time. I have really good, like, I guess really strong nostalgia towards it because I just got good memories playing it. Before I even had a memory card, I actually played Luigi's Mansion like 20 times up to a point. Couldn't save. And then finally got a memory card. Honestly, favorite game saying probably between Metal Gear Solid 2 Snakes and the Resident Evil remake. Nice. Yeah, Over Emotional Robot was saying earlier that they tried a remaster of Resident Evil 1 on PS1 and it randomized the enemies and made it way harder. I think that'd be wild to experience. And I also had Resident Evil 4 on GameCube and Resident Evil 0 because I was like, I haven't played the games like before 4 came out. I'm like, oh, 0, what's this? Should I start at 0? And I saw that it was like a prequel to 1, so I was like, okay. Luigi's Mansion was fun going through it. Nice. Cool. Did we Detroit yet? I think we did. Just don't want to miss any of these sections. Maybe I can go the wrong way. Probably say happy times is in it as well. Hope you're doing well. Which caves lead where? This is definitely a section that I want to get better at, just memorizing where the checks are exactly, just getting it efficiently down. I love when enemy colors remind when we do Super Mario Brothers 3. There's a lot of weird enemy randomization in the colors, and one of my favorite colors growing up is that orange that we saw in the cheat sheet there. We were playing Super Mario RPG recently. One of my favorite weapons for Mario was shell because it was extremely satisfying to just hug shell at an enemy. So there was an orange shell called the Triforce shell. It was a shell of a paratrooper, and it just was badass. We eat that study. I'm gonna play in Paper Mario in December, and I plan to play every single Mario RPG game actually. Every game that's kind of tied in with that similar battle system. So Paper Mario 1 and 2, and all Mario and Luigi games. At least things here. Is this the wrong thing to do? Yes. Is this the wrong thing to do? No. This makes me where I think it does. Yep, cool. Just a different way around. James was playing recently a Batman game on Genesis, which I hadn't really realized I thought it was just gonna, like, it was a port NES game. It's also made by Sunsoft, but apparently it's a completely different game, all sorts of different styles of levels as well, too. The music was so good. Such a good soundtrack. We're getting some delay. There's definitely some lag. My apologies. I'm not sure what it's causing it because nothing's changed. You gonna work for a bit? Nice. Well, it was an awesome stream. You had a blast hanging out in your stream. Thanks for choosing to share your community over here, and just for being generally awesome. I'm not sure why